One, two. All right. Yeah. Good evening from wherever you're watching me from. And if it's morning time over there, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me. It's past 11 p.m. here in Nigeria as at the time of recording this video, right? I don't have issues with that actually. Uh, yeah, we had a live session on Sunday on my channel, and we spoke on this topic, this very topic, and a lot of you guys asked me for a recorded version of the class, which is why I am recording this again, so that you can always come back and watch it again, and then you learn from it, right? So today we are going to be talking about emotions, all right? Basically, what's the psychological aspect of forex, right? You don't want to be looking at, okay, how do I get to manage and control my emotions? You will notice that, or should I say that it is a fact that if you are able to control your emotions very well, you'll be a master of risk management. Actually, you won't find it hard to manage your risk and to manage your money in forex. Do you understand that? So basically, what we're gonna be doing tonight, or at this very moment, sorry about that, what we're gonna be doing this moment is to look at what how emotions come in play in forex, and how to control it, how to make sure that this doesn't get the best of you. Do you understand that? All right, right on. Yeah, and of course, my name is Isaac. I am the director of Jackpot FX. Thank you so much for being here once again. Yeah, if you are interested in joining my mentorship class, you can always reach out to me at +2349077101841. You can reach me through calls or WhatsApp +2349077101841. All right. Yeah, my WhatsApp link is gonna be posted in the description of this video, so you can also check it out and give me a text for any of your questions and observation as well. You can as well reach out to me. All right. If you have any inquiries on any of our services, from account management to mentorship, we teach forex. We also manage forex accounts, and you need someone to manage your accounts so that you can continue with your normal daily activities. You can reach out to me on that number as well. All right. Yep. Let's go straight to business. Today we are going to be talking about emotions, like I said, and basically we want to look at what emotion really entails and how it comes to play in forex, and how you can control it. All right. And as well, I'm going to be showing you a few tips about how I was able to overcome this, and how I was going able to bounce back from it. Do you understand? Now, the first thing I will tell you today is that, look, loss is inevitable in forex. If anybody tells you that, look, I'm a magician, I control the market, I'm gonna make sure you don't have loss in forex, that person is lying to you. All right, that person is lying to you. Forex is a business, and in a business, there are downturns, there are setbacks, there are bad days and slow days in office. Do you understand that? So there are times whereby things don't really go your way. They happen in forex. You see, but that single setback moment, that single trade loss should not get the best of you, and transfer aggression on you, and then put you in anxiety, put you in a bad mood, and ruin the whole of your day. Now, if we're going to be able to prevent all of this, okay, how do we do it, right? If there's a way to do something, then there should be a how to. Do you understand? And at this sacred moment, I'm going to be showing you that very way to do it. Now, let's look at what I call the EFGHR rule. Basically, emotions, like I explained, I divide it into 4 different aspects. And that is where we have fear, we have greed, we have hope, and we have revenge. Alright? Now, let's look at fear. You see, fear comes in two ways. Two ways. Now, this fear comes in a way whereby we call it FOMO or FOMO, as the case may be. So the full meaning of FOMO is fear of missing out. And I'm going to be showing you that on the chart. Now you see, let's say you have a trade, right? And let's say you want to sell from here, right? You analyze this market and you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to be selling from this point. Oh yeah, price is going to come back to this point, maybe this entry. Obviously, this is not an analysis, right? I'm just giving this as an example, right? And you're expecting that price should come back here, then you sell from this point, right? This is your entry. Do you get me? This is your entry, this is your stop loss, right? This is going to be the basic example we're going to be using for today. All right, so follow me closely and I'll make sure that this is very much practical. Believe me, I'm a trader myself and I have experienced most of these things myself. Do you understand that? Now, what we call FOMO in Forex is, you set this entry, maybe you set the sell limit, right, at this spot to enter here. Now price starts coming according to your plan, coming and then coming, right? And then maybe price gets to somewhere here. Sorry, let me get rid of that. Price gets to somewhere around here, right? There's this urge, there's this feeling you have in yourself that makes you think price is not going to come to your entry. So you rush your entry at somewhere like this, right? Hereby expanding your SL. You add your initial entry here, right? But you had rushed your entry at this zone. Or because you had this feeling that price might not come into your zone. My price might not come into your area before price starts falling. So you are scared you might miss that trade. And you're feeling like, oh, this trade, I've got the best confirmation in the world. Oh, like some of you say, this is the most surest trade ever. This trade is going to give me big profit. Oh my God, I cannot afford to lose it. And, before you know it, price still, later turns back to enter this your zone. Sorry about that. That's quite rough. Price enters this zone before it starts selling. And then when you miss something like this, right? You miss the entry, then you start blaming yourself. Like, why did I enter from here? Why not wait for my initial entry? Why enter here? Why? Just why, right? You start blaming yourself up, you start beating yourself up, and you're thinking, oh, I'm very stupid, I should have waited, I knew it was going to sell, I knew it was. And then, when it enters like this, sometimes you start over trading, you start entering more positions, right? Because you want to layer. It's called silly layers. Because to me, I see it as a very stupid idea to do that. Because you already have a plan, why not stick to it? It's not your fault, brother. All right? Believe me, it is not your fault. It happens a lot of time in Forex. Do you get that? It's called fear of missing out. That urge that you had is called fear of missing out. Because you're thinking that price might just come this way and then it starts selling. So it might not enter into your zone, right? It might not enter into your zone whereby it just comes here and it starts selling. It happens like that in Forex. It happens like that a lot of time in Forex. So you're not left alone. You're not the only wrong person in the world. A lot of people fall victim of that, right? A lot of people fall victim of that. And I believe this is stimulated by different past experiences, right? You've had trades that you wanted to enter at zones like that and you were sure of it, but one way or the other, for one reason, you missed it, right? So you were thinking, oh, I'm not gonna miss this one, and that was what pushed you to do that, right? That is a type of fear. That is a type of fear. Now we also have FOU. This one is quite general, fear of the unknown, right? Now this fear of unknown is I call it a kind of fear. I named it fear of unknown because I didn't have a better name to give it. All right, and I'm going to explain it to you. Just follow me closely. Now, this happens most times when you are running in profit, right? Let's say we took this trade from here. Let's look at this. Let's say we took this sell, right? And this is, look at this. So this is our final top. Take profit. Are you getting it? Now, there's this urge when you have something like this. Let's say price comes, price has been coming down and then a retracement, right? Higher, lower lows, lower highs, right? And then price comes here. When it start coming this way, there's something that affects you, something that makes you feel like, what if it doesn't continue selling and it just reverses and it starts buying, right? So you have the urge, excuse me. So you are thinking, oh, price might just retrace. So you have the urge to close your trade here. Do you get that? Sometimes you close your trade around this spot. All right, and then you after you close it, you just see that price just retrace a little and it continues selling. So you start beating yourself up from here because you're like, oh, I would have taken more profit here, right? I could have just waited for my final TP here. Why did I rush out of the trade? Why did I take my loss? Why did I take small profit? And those kind of things, right? It's called fear of unknown. You don't really know why you did it because you would have asked, you check your analysis again. You said, I knew it was going to sell this place. I knew it was going to come down to my TP. I knew it was going to do this and do that. But why did you close that trade? Just why? It's not your fault. There's this kind of fear that is in you, all right? It's just it kind of overshadow your consciousness. It happens a lot in Forex. It happens a lot of time in Forex. Believe me. Do you understand that? Now, the second type of this fear of unknown is sometimes when you have a trade like this, and let's say you enter the trade from somewhere here, and then price move close to your SL, maybe enters into the zone very well before it now continues like going according to your plan. But before it went in your plan, you had initially thought that maybe your SL was going to hit here. So you closed the trade manually. Do you understand that? It happens a lot of time in Forex, whereby price is going to sink into your zone very well. Not every trade is going to be a sniper entry. I don't know if you get that. Not every trade is going to be a sniper entry. Not every trade. Not all trade is going to just touch the zone and start buying. Not every double top is going to respect that resistance level and start selling. Or not every double bottom. Not every trend line is going to touch the line and start going. It won't be a sniper entry most times. Some might even range. There might be a consolidation around your zone, right? A short consolidation, and then there's this fear you just have. Maybe the price is not, market is not going to respect that your analysis, and then it's going to just eat your SL. So while price is moving around your zone, you just close it, and then you notice that few minutes, few hours after you closed it, price starts selling. You start beating yourself up. Okay, why did I close this trade? Or why did I close it? And after you close it, start moving according to your plan. It's a type of fear. All right, it's a type of fear. And what I'm going to be showing you today is how to overcome it, how to get past most of these things. All right, the second point is called greed, and that is G. Now, greed is a kind of mentality that makes you feel like you can build Rome in a day. There's this adage, or should I say a proverb, that says Rome was not built in a day, right? To become a man is not a day job, believe me. All right, but most of you want to make all the money. You want to buy your Lamborghini today. You want to retire your parents tomorrow morning. Because you started Forex last week. It happens to a lot of Forex traders, and we have to just, I don't know. I think it all starts from having that mentality that you can flip an account. I hate when people tell me they want to flip account. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I feel like it is too risky. Because ask yourself, when you are thinking of flipping that account, do you have the capacity to fund another one if things should go wrong? Hmm? Do you understand? You have a $50 account and you're telling me you're going to sweep and flip that $50 to $5,000 that very day. Does it work that way? You see traders, you follow signals, most of these guys, and you see them making big money. And you are not asking yourself how much is their capital that which they are using to trade. How much is the capital they are using to open this lot size, this big lot size you're seeing out there, right? It is greed that causes it. All right. If you have a small account size, just trade that small, take your minimal profit and relax. But a greedy trader is not going to do something like that. He wants to make all the money in a day, right? Another example of greed, another area we can target to is let's say your trade is running in profit, right? You already have a plan that this was going to be our target. Let's say this trade, we took this trade from here. Let's just an example, right? Just an example. Now, we took this trade from here and then we decided that, okay, this resistance level is going to be our take profit. Now, for one reason or the other, you just feel like, oh man, price is going to continue selling. Oh my God. Let's say you took your profit and, take profit already, saved your profit at this zone, right? You already took your profit, and you feel like, oh, price just will continue selling for one reason or the other. I don't know where that mentality comes from. I just feel like, yeah, it's going to continue selling. Oh, I should just hold for better, right? Instead of you to just take your profit, save partial profit, and relax. But you just feel like, no, 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 I'm going to continue selling it. I'm going to hold it. It's going to be a swing trade. It's going to be a big profit. You want to make all the money in a day. And then before you know it, instead of price going according to your plan, it just reverses, comes back to your entry. Sometimes it even goes against you, hit your SL, and then you start feeling like, oh, it's still gonna sell. You shift your SL. At some point, you remove your SL, right? You remove your stop loss totally, and this can be one of the biggest mistakes many traders do. One of the very silliest of mistakes that many traders make in forex. Hmm? It is greed that causes it. You should have a plan, stick to it, cut your coat to according to your size. I'm going to be showing you that very shortly, but let us explain all of this uh, 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 um, terminologies first. Now, we also have what we call full margin. You see, full margin is when you're trading and your balance or it's called margin percentage. Now you see, if you check your MT5, I wish I can include that video, but I don't think I'm strong enough to edit it again tonight because I am weak. I won't lie to you. I've had about 4 classes today and I'm tired at the moment. But I just want to make sure that I get this video posted tomorrow morning so that NFP is this week and I want you to start gaining something. I want you to take what you learn from this video and apply it to NFP, apply it to your trading arsenal, and then become smarter, right? Now, you see what we call full margin is, we have, if you check that your MT5, you will see your balance, you see your equity, then you see your current margin. That current margin is the percentage of that your position you opened, the percentage and of the volume is taken on your balance as at that moment of that trade. As at the moment of that trade, I mean the trade that is running currently. Do you understand? And then after you see current margin, you see free margin. That free margin is what is left. Do you understand? Of your equity, even after if anything should go wrong. Do you understand? That is now. Let me give you a guideline. You see, for no reason should your margin go below 100%. Do you understand? Even 100% is too risky. Your margin should be around 400 plus. Some should be around, if you have a good risk management, you should have 2000% margin, free margin. Check your MT5. So anything you start seeing, anytime you start seeing anything below 100%, in fact, I think if you just make it below 200, you should know there's fire on the mountain. So full margin is like, okay, yeah, let's say you sell from somewhere here, right? You sell here, and then price moves and profit a little, you still enter again, you enter and you're entering like, yeah, you're the one controlling the market, just placing entries, placing entries and entries, and then before enemy price just reverses against you a little. So all these ones are running in loss, right? And then because you want to, because oh, some traders have this mentality of, yeah, it's gonna buy, it's gonna sell. I'm the one that analyzed it. Yeah, it's a very short trade. There's no short trade in forex, brother. There is nothing like a short trade in forex. Try to understand that. Do you get that? So yeah, that is another aspect of greed. Let's move on. I don't want this video to be too lengthy. Now we also have what we call hope. Now hope is, to me, I call it hopeless hope. Yeah, that's what I call it. Cause man, it is not hope. It is just you trying to give yourself a reason for your failure. Trying to give yourself a reason for your fucking up. Cause basically you fucked up, right? And let's say you have a trade ongoing and the trade is going against you, right? Let's say but let me shift this way. And let's say we we sell from here, right? We sell from here, right? And then you're supposed to take profit right here. But instead, price reversed, and then you can see that according to your analysis, you see that, oh yeah, there's a strict change of character, a structure break, right? You know that, okay, price has changed its trend, price has changed movement, and is not going to sell. It's not going to go according to your plan. Instead of it to just accept it and just exit the trade, you remove your SL. This is what most traders do. You remove your SL. Now when you remove SL, you start relying on hope. You're thinking of a miracle to just happen out of nowhere. You start having it in your mind that, okay, yeah, maybe something should just happen in the forex market, and boom, the trade should just you know now you start thinking that, okay, from you thinking, I don't want you to hit SL, you remove SL, right? And you're like, okay, just come back to my entry, I'm gonna exit. Are you getting it? I'm giving you the scenarios and stages of hope. Oh, just come back to my SL, my entry point. I'm going to exit. And it's, instead of it coming back to your entry point, it still continues going against you. Instead of it to just exit the trade, you still continue with that trade, right? And then you're like, oh my God, this is getting too much. Because like maybe half of your capital is now going against you. Half of your capital is being taken out. You start thinking, okay, you know what, don't worry about coming to my entry, just give me half. Just come back to my previous SL. I'm going to exit. I'm not going to be, you start having different ideas running in your head, whereby you start consoling yourself with hope, right? You start consoling yourself with, okay, just come back, I'm going to exit. Oh, I just hope that, okay. Then you start checking for fundamental news. I'm giving you stages of it. You start checking for, oh, there's going to be news by 1:30. Oh yeah, I believe that 1:30 news should make it just come down. It's going to bring it down, and that one should also come and sometimes make matter worse. It just goes against you, continues getting worse and worse, right? And then you start checking the candlestick that have been printed. Oh, 5 minutes has given me a bullish engulfing. Oh, it's going to reverse now. Oh, there's a double bottom right there. You start looking for reasons, like things to to contain your hope, right? Things to convince yourself that, yeah, things are still going to go on, whereas your capital, your balance is not on the same page with you. Your account is on fire. Your money is going. Do you understand that? Now, then on to the next one. We have revenge. You see, revenge trading is, especially when you hit an SL, a trade goes against you, and then instead of you to just relax and try again and come back with, okay, let us now make money, right? Let us re-strategize. Okay, where did we get it wrong? How do we recover our loss and make profit? How do we bounce back? No, a revenge trading trader is going to think of, oh, market took my money, I'm going to get it back. And trust me, that's your $100, even that your $1,000 is nothing in the market. I'm serious, I'm telling you the truth right now. Your $100, that's your money. The market is going to swallow it up without a flinch. They don't even, in a twinkle, you know So what's the point of revenging? If you fight against the market, you are the one that will lose. The market doesn't have anything to lose. In fact, the market doesn't know you exist. It's only your broker that knows that, yeah, we have this, we have your record. The market doesn't care about you. So you want to fight against the market? No, don't fight against the market. Just join the trend. Just look at what the market is doing and join. So when things go wrong, then you just relax, come back again, re-strategize, and then you move. But a revenge trader will want to, you start feeling like, oh, I'm going to make sure I recover my money. Why would USDJPY have a loss? Oh, that trade was supposed to buy. Why did it sell? Don't forget that there's manipulation in the market. Don't forget the market is not your birthright. Hmm? It's not your family that orchestrated this forex market. So it's not your heirloom. It's not yours. So anything that happens is not you're not in command, you're not in charge. Hmm? So don't make you feel like, oh, market took my money, I'm gonna make it suffer for it. No, 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 no. Revenge trading can kill you. Hmm? And that is where over risk comes in. Now, another form of revenge is when you lose a certain portion, and then your next trade, you are thinking of you want to make profit, right? And then you are now having it in the back of your mind that you are going to make the previous loss, right? You are going to recover that loss and also make profit. So you increase your lot size. That is where over trading comes in, over risking as well, right? You increase your lot size and you want to pump it and you make you want to show the market that, look, you shouldn't take my money. If not, I'm going to take times two of it from you. I'm going to take times three. I'm not saying it's not possible, but cut your coat according to your size, right? Now, having explained all these five terminologies, I believe you understand them very well, and I've made sure that I tried to relate it to practical occurrences of we forex traders, right? You would definitely tell me that yes, you have spoken about how it feels, right? How it happens to me, right? Now, let me now share you a few tips about what I do. How do I, overcome this fear? How do I overcome greed? How do I make sure that I'm not relying on hope? I'm not relying on a miracle. How do I overcome revenge trading? Hmm? It's very funny. A trader will tell me, "Oh, Pastor, before I start trading, I make sure I anoint my phone. I make sure I place my Bible. I put my phone in the Bible and all that thing." I'm not saying you shouldn't be religious. I'm not saying you shouldn't, the place of God in forex is levity. No, I'm not saying you should not give God its respect. But what I'm saying is, even with what you're doing, even with all the prayers, have you ever wondered why you still get it wrong? Is all cause even most of these guys that are making big in forex, most of them don't pray as much as you do. Then what are you missing out? What you are missing is the strategies, the tips, the steps they are taking, what they are avoiding that you are not avoiding, what they are doing that you are not doing. All right, and this is where I introduce risk management tips. This is where risk management really comes in. Hmm? You should, number one, cut your quote according to your size. Ask yourself, how much is my account size, and be determined to work with it. I don't know if you get that. Be determined to what? To work with it. Now, number one is, you see, there's this thing called leverage, right? Now, in your broker, you will see a leverage of as much as 1:3,000, 1:5,000. Now, that leverage is debt. It's not real money. It's not your money you are using to trade. You are using the broker's money, right? Not that they have money, basically. They're just giving you a chance, right, to increase your volume for your position order in the market. They are not paying for it. So even when you're in loss, it's your money. Do you understand? I don't know. I'm not going to go depth into leverage, but I hope you understand it. Now, the real thing is that, look, don't use big leverage, because it will help you to be able to trade with risk management. Because if you have a big leverage, you have big volume. It occurs to the market as though you have big money. So 1:1,000 means that your $1 looks like $1,000 in the market. So if you have $550, that means you have $5,000 in the market. That is how it looks like. When in reality you had just $50. So you are trading as though you have $5,000. That is when you have 1:1, 1:1,000. Now imagine you now increase it to 1:3,000. That is why you will see big lot size, right, in the market. Whereas it doesn't work that way. So reduce your lot size to 1:500. I don't care whatever balance, whatever account size you have, right? This has worked. So this is one thing that works for me. If you are a pro, if you even know what you're doing, you can reduce it as low as 1:200. If you have an account of about $500 upward, 1:200 should be fine. Physically, yeah, 1:200 should be fine. But let's say 1:500, right? And I learned this thing called leverage. I learned the work of it when I give my account to a guy to help me manage, right? And I was telling the guy, okay, now what are those things you need? He said, okay, go set your leverage as 1:3000. I was using one broker at that time. I was using a different broker, and this broker allowed it, right? And then I sent him all the details. And then, with a $200 account, this guy opened $0.5 0.5 lot size on a single trade. I was like, oh my god. On XAUUSD, he didn't apply stop loss, no stop loss on the trade. And I was like, oh my, what would I do? 10 pips against him, and I was losing, $50 already. 10 pips. This is 0.5, right? So I was losing $50. I was like, oh my god. 20 pips against him, I was losing 100 out of $200. And guess what? This guy opened another trade again, 0.5 again. Before I knew it, just a small movement, my account was gone. Guess what? The trade still went in plan. He went according to his plan, but I was already out of the trade. My account was gone. My money was gone. This guy blocked me. There was nothing I was going to do. So wait. Do you understand? The problem was the leverage, because if he had a lower leverage, the broker would not have allowed him to enter that trade. They would have told him your equity is not enough for this lot size. Do you understand? And I think what killed him was greed. He wanted to, most of you want to, how do I put it now? Most of you want to impress. That's the thing. You want to show that, oh, you flipped a small account to, big money overnight. You want to put in on social media that, yeah, you are a good trader, and no, 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 people are just laughing at you, because what if it went wrong? Hmm? And then secondly, now the second point is that always use stop loss on every of your trade. Now you see, this works for both ways. Always have an exit point. Both take profit and stop loss. What will this one do for you? It will help you to eliminate fear in your market. Now, when you have a stop loss on your trade, what does it do? You see, look at this very example. When I'm trading from here, let's say I want to enter from somewhere like this, right? This is my entry point. Now, I have an SL like this. What I will automatically do is to calculate my stop loss and ask myself, how many lot size should I use for this trade? How many pips is my stop loss? I already know how much I'm going to lose before the trade even hits SL. I ask myself, okay, my stop loss is 20 pips, right? Okay, that means if I use 20 pips for $0.1, if I use $0.1 for 20 pips, that means I'm going to be losing $20. Out of my capital, my $200 account, can I afford to lose $20? Okay, I can't afford to lose that. Okay, I got $50 alone. That means, okay, let me just tell, okay, I think if I risk $3, $5, it's okay. That is what I can afford to lose. Do you understand? So when you have this kind of mindset, you are not in fear. Even when the trade goes wrong, you know that, okay, this is how much I'm going to lose, because you already have your stop loss. Now, when you set that stop loss, make sure you don't remove it. Do you get me? Make sure you don't change it for no reason. When the SL eats, it eats. When it eats, you move on. You check another trade. Okay, analyze again, re-strategize. What did I get wrong? What happened? And then you move on to the next thing. Am I making sense to somebody? Always use stop loss. Same thing for profit. When you have a take profit, set your take profit. Sometimes you might want to set short target. If you're a scalper like me, I set short target, short target, and I'm out. 30 pips, I take my profit. Sometimes I take partial profit and I set B. B is break even, right? You are setting your SL at your entry point so that even if the trade reverses, you are not a victim of it. It just kicks you out at the very exact point you entered the trade, whereas you have saved partial profit initially. Do you understand? So set a small TP maybe you might divide your trade. It's called layering. You can divide your trade through three positions, right? And then set short TP for the two of them for maybe half of your positions. So once it comes, maybe I enter for somewhere like this, right? And then this trade comes down, maybe about 50% of my entry. I take partial profit and I set B, right? So I have saved the initial profit. Now, if anything should go wrong and price comes back, it's going to kick me out at my entry. I'm not losing anything. Don't forget that I have already saved partial profit of it. And if it continues the way, right? Let's say it didn't come back to my BE. Okay, let me redo this. Now let's say after taking partial profit, it continues moving according to plan. I'm still in profit. Do you understand? You see, you have eliminated fear, you have eliminated greed. So, because even if SL hits, you already knew how much you were ready to lose. Do you understand? Always use stop loss on every trade. Set take profit. So it dies down to you setting an exit point and don't change it for no reason. When you have an exit point, you already know, okay, this is my SL, this is what's going to happen if the SL should hit, and that is it. Simple as ABC. When it hits, you move on to the next thing. Don't shift your SL, don't adjust it, don't remove it. Do you understand? You will notice that a lot of accounts you've blown. If you had stick to your SL, you wouldn't blow those accounts. You would have felt like, sometimes afterwards you start regretting. You start feeling like, okay, if I had known I should have just accepted that stop loss, I would have just bounced back from it. I wouldn't have blown my account. The stop loss was just $20. Why didn't I accept the $20 loss? Right? It happens like that in Forex. Then you're now running into regret. Do you understand? And then the third thing is risk what you can afford to lose. Now, when you calculate your stop loss, you calculate the pips for your stop loss. That is why we teach pips and management and pips calculation. That is why I teach pips calculation a lot. I teach it. If you join my mentorship, the first thing I'm going to teach you is how to calculate pips. Before we now go into technical analysis, and then because I want you to be able to know how to manage your money. You want to know how your loss and your profit is being calculated. Then I teach you how to calculate lot size. So you know all of these things. If you want to join my mentorship, my link is going to be in the bio. You can always reach out to me and tell me you want to learn. Alright? Now, going straight to always knowing how much you can afford to lose. Now, when you see this number of pips, you check, okay, now the pips is 35 pips, right? For the stop loss. Mostly for stop loss. 35 pips, okay. How much can I afford? So risk on this 35 pips. You see, the problem is that many of you are only considered with how much profit you can take, how much profit you can make on that trade. No, 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 no. Don't think of the profit alone. Think of what if it goes wrong? What if I lose this trade? What if it doesn't go according to my plan? What if my trade, what if things just go wrong? What if I lose this money? What if this trade is a bad trade? What if news happens and everything just goes wrong? How much am I going to lose? Not just how much am I going to make, how much am I going to gain? If you have this in mind, it will stop you from entering multiple positions, right? It will help you from, making some silly decisions you make in Forex. Because you already know that, okay, the more my positions, the more risk I have on my account. If anything should go wrong, I'm going to lose more, right? So that's the next thing. I'm checking my time. Now, the next thing is set long targets, all right? And okay, sorry, this is okay, and be consistent with little wins. Sorry, all right. Set long-term targets, and be consistent with little wins. You see, the problem with many of you is that you want to make all the profits all of a sudden, like just one day, 2 days, and then you want to buy that Ferrari. You want to start Forex today, and by next week, you start telling people that, yeah, I started Forex a week ago and I'm a millionaire now. It doesn't work that way. Forex is a game of capital, all right? And if you don't have enough capital, if you don't have big money, then give it time. Give it time to build that your money. If you look at all those big men you see in the world, those billionaires, those rich men that started from scratch, that started from zero. They didn't have big money to start business, but they started with the little they had and they gave it time to grow. They gave their money time to compound. All right. Watch your profit compound over time. Manage your accounts. Okay, I'm not going to this one yet. Now, let's talk on this one. Set long-term target. Let me give you a clue on that. Let's say you have a $50 account. All right. I told you I'm going to be showing you what works for me. This is something I've tried in the past and it worked. I'm giving you a very life practical. You have a $50 account, right? And you are thinking of, okay, how do I do this? Now, what you should first do is that just target 10% of your account. Start with 10%. All right. Start with 10% every week. Now, I said long-term target, not daily, because that is where it comes from. Just set it, okay, $50. Let's see, can I make 10% of $50? That's $5, right? Every week. Don't know if you get that. Just $5 every week. Obviously, there will be days whereby you even make the whole $5 in a day, but you have reduced your target, right? And then you just want to make $5 consistently. Consistency is very, very key. Do you get that? You just want to build it gradually, and then before you know it, your money compounds. Now you start with $5 profit every week. At the end of 4 weeks, you have got $20, right? Now that is for the first month. So you started with 50, now you have 70, right? 50 plus 20, 70. Now you as a big guy, you can decide to do whatever with your money. But if you want to, you want to give it time to grow. Now start with any business you want to start. You are not just taking profit or return on investment from the first month, right? Don't forget it's a small business that you still want to grow. I told you take Forex like a business, not gamble, not game of luck. No, 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 no. Do you understand? So now you are up 70 for the second month, right? You can increase your target now to $10 every week. You've done it the first week, able to risk control your risk management. Obviously, at the end of the first week, of the first month, sorry, I'm sure you would have made more than that because there'll be days whereby you make even more than 55%. But the point is, when you have a target of 5% every week, your risk will be very, very low, right? Because you won't need to risk too much. Even there are some times whereby your trades will be maybe the whole stop loss is going to be just $2, right? And then you are able to just manage yourself. You know that okay, I don't want to risk too much because I just want to raise this account very, very small. Before you know it, you start targeting $10 every week, right? When you target $10 every week, then you can divide your $10 to 5 days, right? 5 trading days, Mondays to Fridays. So you know that okay, everything I need to make per day is just $2, right? To recover, I mean to make my profit. $2 target every day. There will be days whereby you make more than that. You are good to go. It's very nice. And there will also be setbacks, days that things don't go wrong, and there will be days that things go wrong, sorry. There will be slow days at office, right? Days that things don't move according to your plan, but your loss is not going to be too much because you risk quite a little. Do you understand that? You didn't risk too much, you didn't risk all your money on that trade. Do you understand? I find it funny most times when I give signals to some of my students and they are making profit back to back, and then one single SL, you tell me you blew your account. How? How would you blow your account on just one single SL? What happened? How did you do it? What went wrong? Basically, what went wrong? I just want to understand it. Do you understand that? So when you do that for the second month, you have $10 every week, right? Now for 4 weeks, you have $40 profit. Don't forget you have 70 in the first place. So 70 plus 40, now you have $110. You see the power of compounding. Don't forget that you still have extra because I'm sure there are days you make more than that, right? But even with that, let's just say now you have 110. This time around, you start thinking, okay, big, right? You can just take $10 to, support yourself, right? Now fund $100. Now you're having good capital. At least not big, but at least it's still something, right? Now this $100, you start with, okay, let's now target $20. Don't forget that you have practiced this step, this risk management for the first 2 months. So you've mastered your skill. Now this time around, when you increase your targets to $20 every week, now you have you can now divide your $20 to 5 trading days, right? So you know that every day all you need to just make is uh 20 divided by 4, right? So just you're just thinking of making 4, sorry, 20 divided by 5, that's 4, right? 5 times 4, 20. So you just want to make $4 every day. $4 every day for 5 days, right? $4 target every day. $4 every day just to make $20 at the end of the month, of the week. Now if you can do this consistently, that means at the end of 4 weeks, 20 times 4, you have $80 profit. So from $100 now you now have 180, right? So you can then, okay, now and then to you're now making profit, right? Consistent profit. You can take $30 to take care of yourself. Now you fund 150 again, right? You build in that, you increase your target. You do this over time, and then before you know it, you are making $500 a week. Before you know it, you are making $1,000 a week. That is how you grow. By the time you are making $1,000 a week, ask yourself how much is your capital. So even when you are risking and you are making, you won't even see it as big money because it's just a very tiny percentage of your account that you are risking for that time. Do you understand that? I believe you get my point now. So I don't want to write too much on that, but you can always build on that. I'm going to be dropping my link in the bio. You can always ask me for more inquiries. If you want to learn more about that, it's free. Just talk to me about it. I can always guide you. You want to ask me for more questions, you want to have a session with me, you can always give me a call and I'll be very glad to talk to you. All right? I can, if I won't mind being your mentor if you are going to allow me. I won't mind being your friend. I'm very open and simple to roll with. All right. Now let's continue. So now manage your account in a way that it helps you to sleep at night. All right. You see, this thing called peace of mind. This thing called emotional balance, right? In forex, it comes with the way you manage your account. If you trade in a way whereby you already know the outcome, the worst possible scenario, right? You won't need to worry about anything. You already know that even if this trade goes wrong, okay, this is how much I'm going to be losing, and I'm fine with losing that money because I knew forex is a game of losses and win. There are times that things go wrong. All right, I'm not gonna win the whole time, right? But when things go wrong, I'm fine. Even if because I already calculate, I know how much I'm going to lose. So it's not going to be a surprise to me if it happens. Of course, I'm going to feel bad that I lost that trade, but it's not like I'm going to be totally down because I didn't lose half of my capital. I didn't lose. Imagine you are trading and you have $100, and on one single trade you lose $60, over half of your capital. How does that make sense to you? How are you even doing it? Do you get my point? So these are ways that you are able to control. So manage your account in a way, but in a way whereby you are relaxed. Some of you will be trading and everybody will know that you are trading. Come on. Some of you would have a bad day, a bad trade, and everybody will start asking what happened. Did you lose somebody? Did somebody die in your family? Asking, most of these things, you can relate to them. Some of you are smiling because these are things that happen to you, right? So now you there's nothing like short trade in forex. There's nothing like 100% short trade. Many of you should learn this. There is no 100% sure trade in forex, and become okay with a lot of things going wrong. Find it easy for yourself. So, I read the book Psychology of Money. He said plan that your plan doesn't go according to your plan. Even in that your planning that even if it doesn't go according to my plan, it's a nice thing. It's okay, right? It happens like that in forex. It happens a lot of time, right? A lot of trades will go wrong. Manipulations happen in forex. A lot of analysis that you already planned will not continue your plan. Structure break will happen. Price will just shift, and it's going to change, and it's not going to follow that your routine. That's your technical analysis. Some of you use as many strategies that you think you know, right? But no matter the strategy you are using, please be comfortable with a lot of things not going according to your plan. Hmm? And the funny thing is that you can have 4 different losses every day. In a day, you can have 4 trades that didn't go wrong, and just one single one of them is going to cover everything because your your losses were not, they were not overly exhausting. You didn't put all your money, all your trade in one basket. Hmm? You didn't believe this was one single short trade. No. So even your small SL, maybe $2 in 5 places or 4 places, that was about let's say you lost $10 from there, and then you had a single trade that went in profit, and then your TP is about 70 pips. Let's say you risk $3.5 and 3.5 pips and 35 pips, sorry. So you have 1:2, right? That's 70 pips. That single 70 pips went in profit. It could just cover up all of the losses and by giving you profit. Do you understand that? So accept it that okay, there are times that things will not even go according to my plan. Do you get that? So, as a form of revision, because I can see the time is running very, very fast, and you will notice that I'm making some mistakes because I'm watching my time and I'm trying to cut it short so that I can record the second video and so that everybody can learn from it. Now, one thing you want to do as me, I mean me personally, one thing I was able to do is that I gave myself to a discipline and I was ready to follow this routine. Hmm? You see, you should stop opening multiple trades. That's one thing I want to also add to it. When things, the fact that the trade is running in loss, or it doesn't mean it's a better entry for you. Do you understand? You enter a trade and it starts running 10 pips, 20 pips in loss. Doesn't mean that you can now enter more. Doesn't mean that, oh, if you start running, if you continue, if you now start moving profits from this point, I'm going to make more. No, 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 no. It might be risky. Instead of you entering multiple entries, now go and reanalyze that market. Ask yourself the reason why I sold this market, the reason why I bought from this place, is that reason still valid? Is price still respecting that reason? If you follow this pattern, you will notice that you will not make a lot of mistakes you are making again. Do you understand that? So please make sure that you follow all of these points. Follow these few tips I'll be able to share in this video. Right? The time is really, really running, and I just want to cut it short right now so that I won't bore you with most of the time. I believe you enjoyed something. I believe you gained something from this video. Right? If you really get something, please let me know in the comment section. Right? You can always drop in the comments that yes, even if it's just thank you, right? You make me feel appreciated that yes, indeed, my effort was not in a waste, right? And also, please, if you have any questions, you can always write it in the comments box, send me a message, and I'll be glad to reply you. If you also want a personal session, you just want to talk to me, you want to share your experience, even if you're a pro trader and you think there's something I should just add, something I'm missing out, or you want to ask questions, you have an inquiry about any of our services, please feel free to reach out to me on +234 907710 1841. I take that again, +234 907710 1841. My name is Isaac, and I love you so much. Right? Till I see you in my next video. Bye for now.